Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the tour of the development server for TolkienCraft II. Alrighty, I did my intro. Are you gonna do yours? Or do you want me to say it in TeamSpeak?
I just finished, so let me get out of first person. There we go. That's so much easier to handle. I can't do the backwards walking.
Yeah, I'm not
So
that good either.
let me give you something here.
Ooh, presents. I like presents. I can't seem to pick it up.
Oh, that's those spawn protections. Hold on a second.
Ed, twice the bells, twice the fun, and yeah, she's as derpy as I am. Here you go.
All right, you should be in creative mode.
I appear to be, yep.
There you go. Put it in the chest for you.
I am not permitted to interact with chest.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's go. Yeah. I'll just TP to you or to me at each location. I think that's going to be easier because of the spawn protections they have.
Alrighty.
So we'll start off with Hobbiton. We've been there. That's just going to be our starting point in Middle Earth. We won't tour there. We'll just go straight to the first of the new builds after we get there and load it in.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yay for loading screens.
Oh, looks like Marketplace Val got out of the quicksand.
I get my waypoints turned off as the colors are nice, but they kind of are annoying.
So, Anil, how's it go? Never mind.
All right, there we go. Everybody's familiar with this. So let's get on to one of the newer builds they did was the Brandywine Bridge and Buckleberry.
Awesome.
It's still in the early stages, but there's enough there that we can go and take a look.
Works for me. Oh, wow.
If you want to just cross the bridge, on the other side and to the left is where Buckleberry Hall is. Or I should say the Brandywine Hall.
Doesn't this look awesome?
Yeah, they, canon-wise in Lord of the Rings, well, in the movie they portrayed as kind of a wooden bridge built by hobbits, but the truth is, canon-wise, the Brandywine Bridge was built in the first or second age, I don't remember exactly, but by elves. So knowing that, that's why we built this with the look of elven stone.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's beautiful. I really, really like it.
Yeah, this one was MacLeod from lolnet. He did the bridge and the start of the hall that we're going to look at here in a minute.
Okay. Cool.
It's just right over here.
Chad is saying that bridge is beautiful as well. I see a tower over there, too.
Very nice. Now, this is still very much early, but the idea was, and from what we've been able to, because when we're building these locations, we're trying to go as much by the books and what's in the lore more than movies. And a lot of Buckleberry was still your traditional Hobbit hole. So we went with Brandywine, or the Brandy Hall, didn't really have much of a description, so we went ahead and just decided, well, why not just a very large Hobbit hall?
That makes sense. Actually, I think it's really cool the way you're referring back to lore and going by that rather than uh, what movies have interpreted it as.
Yeah, well, I've always been a fan of the books more. I mean, I love the movies, don't get me wrong, but the books are where the real story's at.
Exactly.
So if you're ready, we can move on to the next location.
Sounds good.
Otherwise, if you want to look around, you can.
Well, I guess I'll ask people in chat. Do you want me to look around at anything else in this area, or we think we're ready to move on to the next?
I guess silence means they're ready to go to the next one.
Yep, I've got to vote for next, so.
All right, let's see if you guys can guess the next one.
I think it. Well, there's that tower over there, but I don't know if that's it. Oh, not the tower.
Just look to your west and see if you can guess what this location is.
Minas Tirith? Or. So now you've been working on it, and this. Mind you, the pictures were at a different angle.
Now, this one is Helm's Deep.
Ah. Okay, well, that shows you how much I know my cities.
That's quite all right. This one's a bit bigger than the last one, so there's more to look at.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
This one was also done by Mick.
He's a busy fella.
Oh, wait, no, excuse me. Correction. This one was Dez did this one, not Mick.
Dez. Okay.
He's been a little busier. The main keep part of this area has some stuff done inside when you get done looking at the outside.
I like the path coming up, the way it curves around, like cut into the mountain.
Oh yeah, that's actually the way it's depicted. Those that have watched the movie, that's the main ramp where Aragorn and Gimli fought off the orcs while they were rebuilding the main door.
Ah. And this would be the main door here.
Oh, you look so small on my map from where I'm sitting. It's Aunt Val.
And now it's Big Val.
So over here's the keep.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is an awesome entry. It just, the way it opens up.
Yeah, he has definitely put some work, and he's even, as you can tell, started doing some decorations in here to make it look nice.
So cool. What the heck is that? That's orcs making a noise?
Well, yeah, the orcs that tend to spawn in this area.
Ah.
He's even going so far as to attempt to recreate the cave system that everybody hid out in once they breached the main gate.
Oh, really? So this is that area, or the start of it?
It's the start of it. If you look up this way, you can see just how big it is inside that he's been working on.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty huge. Yeah, and I see the orcs, too.
But of course. I keep getting all the bones from the dead around here. They need
Yeah,
a housekeeper.
I think they do. Or at least a lot of dogs. That's a big bone. For a big dog.
So if you're ready, we will go on to the next one. Or you can explore the outside a little more and see everything.
Alright, well, I think I'll look around outside just a little bit more. Like, I missed the detail of these statues. Cool. And, say, give me about another minute, and then we can head to the next one, I think.
Go for it. That's what you're here for.
Wow. Look at this tower. I love the shape of this tower. Isn't it's oh, wow. I'm speechless. That looks so awesome. It just kind of flows upward. I love it.
Yeah, he put a lot of effort into this area over here.
It certainly shows. Can't wait to see when, all the details are finished. Wow. I mean, it's blowing me away now. Simply amazing. Alrighty, ready when you are for the next stop on the tour. Chat, by the
All
way,
right.
is loving this as well.
Excellent. Well, wait till they get a look at the next one. Now, out here, I decided to start you out at the outside of the walls so you get the best effect as you walk in. This is still also work in progress, but they've gotten quite far along.
Wow, that's a very impressive wall. The details of the lights. Cool. Oh, just waiting for it all to load in. There's a lot to load in. Oh my.
Yes, this is Isengard, and it does reach build height.
Wow. That's very imposing.
Or as it's also known as the Tower of Workthink.
The Tower of what?
Orcthink.
Workthink?
Orcthanc.
Hmm. Wow.
This is one of the two towers that is also the relation on the book from Lord of the Rings, the two towers.
Oh, okay. So it's one of the two towers of the title. Oh, wow.
Yeah, MacLeod did this one as well, and he's kind of started doing some of the decorations inside. Right now, it's just pretty much the throne that Sauron would sit in.
All right. Wow. That's a very interesting block. I can't say as I've seen that block before. It's perfect though.
If you want to stand over here in the center, you can actually go where Gandalf ended up in the movies and the books.
Oh, joy. Oh. Oh, wow. This this is awesome.
And here we are, and actually, the way he designed it, short of jumping down, you're trapped up here.
Oh, really? You can't get down.
The glass, you can't go through the glass. Well, you could try going through the glass, but of course, the arcane levitators are going to push you right back up.
Ah.
Because if you try to push shift to not to go down, you can't go through the glass.
Well, I went through the glass.
Yeah, if you time it just right, you can get through.
Trust me to do that, huh? I'll be right back up.
Yeah, I did the same thing. He was like, "Ha, you're trapped," and I came right back down because I know how the ethereal glass works.
They're all like, Val broke it.
And just the view from up here, amazing.
Oh, wow. Definitely.
But yes, it will eventually be filled with trees because this is going to be pre Lord of the Rings. So you'll have all the trees and everything be lush and green.
It's gonna look amazing. I mean, it already does, but just the just trying to imagine the trees and so it's not just plain green down there.
So if you want, you look around, or we'll go on to the next one.
I just like to look down the front of it, like down the. I guess there's several entrances, so I just want to look down the front of it just to see more of the details.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and it does. They were saying it. This fills the entire mini map, at least at the size I've got it at right now.
Yeah, actually, if you go the smallest and go to the center of the tower, it's almost the same size as the mini map circle.
I'm just gonna do that and see. Yeah, it is. So I am on the smallest. It is. It's perfect. Perfect fit.
But yeah, the second balcony that he's working on above the entrance, that's the one that books or movies, that's where Saruman and Grima Wormtongue were basically at when they were defeated after Treebeard flooded the place.
Oh, okay. I think I see that there. Simply amazing. Just yeah, again, just the way the building flows. It's just I love it. All right, guess I'm ready for the next site on the tour.
All right, now we're off to the home of the Horse Lords.
Ooh.
If you just follow the path the direction I'm facing, that'll take you right on up to it. This one's going to be a bigger one.
Alrighty. And you already see somebody on a horse, so that's perfect. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll notice the burial mounds, and even made sure that the white flowers were there, just as it's described in the books and shown in the movie. But these are the tombs of the fallen kings for Edoras.
Oh. That's a wonderful detail. Oh, I love that. I love it all. Yeah, BVB, I think it would take. Well, yeah, I don't want to imagine how long it would take either if you weren't in if you weren't in
Now, for
creative.
now, we're gonna have to fly over the wall. I haven't put in the mechanics yet, so that this is a live gate, but it will before this is actually released as one of the DLCs.
So the gate will open like Draconis.
Right. But if you follow the path on up, eventually you'll get to the Great Hall, the Meat Hall. Or excuse me, I believe it's called the Golden Hall.
Okay. I really like the architecture. It feels very earthy.
Well, and that's kind of how it's described in the books, even, is that, because you're out in the middle of the plains, so you're pretty much limited to whatever's available, which, since there's no mountains nearby per se, is going to be mostly wood and straw.
Yeah, makes sense.
But as you can see, there are plenty of houses for everybody to live in.
Oh, so these houses will be purchasable?
Well, no, but I mean, as far as a town goes for
Oh, oh,
Edoras,
oh, yes. Okay, I see
yeah,
what you're saying. Yes, it
this
is. It
is,
does feel like a town, definitely.
and this is going to be, this is actually slightly larger than Hobbiton overall.
Oh, really? Wow.
Apparently, somebody chopped down trees. I keep picking up saplings. The cone up here, this is, for those that are more familiar with the movies, this is the Great Hall that everybody was in when Theoden was confronted by Gandalf.
All right. Yeah, I remember that scene. Just imagining this filled with people.
Yeah, primarily it's going to be just the Minecraft Comes Alive NPCs running around here, but there will be some key NPCs because the general plan is I'm basically going to do something that hasn't been done on a mod pack, and that is there's going to be DLC. There'll be content packs that you can add to your existing TolkienCraft instance that'll be the different areas. Like Edoras will be one, Isengard will be another, but each one's going to have, from 2 to however many I feel like putting in quests to do in addition to what's already in the pack.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So depending on what kind of quests, it'll be what NPCs.
All right. So I gather that HQM will actually let you do that.
This is going to be all through custom NPCs
Oh,
with the
right.
quests.
Okay, right. That does make sense because I was going HQM. I don't know if it would, but yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So go have a look, run around, and take a look at the buildings.
Alrighty. All right. So I just
Hope
kind of.
everybody's enjoying the tour so far.
Oh, I think they are. I'm sure they'll make additional comments Spyro says Geo equals God Builder.
Well, I'll say like Edoras here. This one was pre-made by a guy named Davici, Davici. He actually made a lot of different Middle Earth builds. He's also the one that did Hobbiton. Phenomenal builder. There's a couple of other builds of his that I wanted to include, but he used some mods to be able to extend build heights. So in this traditional Minecraft that we're playing, they won't fit.
Okay, that's too bad. It is
Like,
lovely.
yeah, his version of Minas Tirith was 300 blocks tall from bedrock.
Wow. That
So
incredible.
yeah, so I can if I added the mod, we could put it, but then you're looking at a total height of like almost 370 blocks from bedrock to the top if I keep it with the regular terrain level.
So this section here, is this intended for like horses and such? It
Let me find you.
it kind of looks like it because the gate looks like horse heads.
Where are you at?
I am on the south side.
Well, the horse heads are actually, because that's home of the horse lords. So, but that's kind of a
Hmm.
secondary wall. If for some reason the outer wall is reached, the inner wall is obviously it's not going to be a lot of protection, but it may be enough to help everybody get away.
Okay. Looks awesome though. All does. All right. I think I've seen my fill for the time being.
All right. Well, the next one we're going to is one that Brandon and I built, so be gentle.
Okay.
This one's spread out a little bit, but this is ideally where, from the movies where everybody kind of is familiar with where they went. But this is the Argonath and Ammon Hen. So if you want to follow the path up there, we could take a look at what's been built up there, and then we could take a look at the Argonath.
Alrighty.
The Argonath part was Brandon and I. This area here was me.
So is that ruins over on the side here to the left?
Yep. Because Ammon Hen actually was a town of sorts, as well as an outpost for the the far borders of Gondor.
All right.
Because the statues of the Argonath actually are the markers to let people know that they are now entering Gondor, and it's basically telling people that are not friends just keep out.
Ah, like heads on spikes.
Except with 1,000-foot tall statues.
Yeah, there is that. Yes. Break everything. I'm sure I'll do so without intending to.
And of course, more orc bones.
Oh, of course. I think I'm glad I can't pick up random stuff right now. I'd be full of bones. Could build my own skeleton. Oh,
Now, if you remember the movies, or have read the books, the area that Frodo went to with the ring in the movies, it's where he kind of fell and Aragorn found him. That's this
all
building
right.
here.
Oh, okay. I love these mossy statues.
And what people don't realize, unless they're really into Lord of the Rings, is Ammon Hen was actually there to also keep an eye towards Mordor in case of an invasion. So it was intended to face that area. Obviously, you can't really see it, but there was some magical properties to this in the books that allowed people to have farsight while up here to see what was going on with the enemies to the south.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
And if you want, we'll go over and look at the statues real quick. Just follow me.
Oh, yeah. I have to admit, I've always loved the statues in the movies because they were just so freaking huge.
Well, yeah, the statues I used here in Ammon Hen, in the books, they're depicted as having like statues, of like griffins. Obviously, we don't have anything like that, so that's why I did the Weeping
Oh,
Angels. Plus,
okay.
it's a kind of a tribute to my love of Doctor Who as well.
Aha. Actually, odd Val fact, I have a weeping angel sitting on my desk in front of me when I stream.
Very cool. So we'll just swing around here on the river. And they should begin loading for you about now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are awesome.
Now, this entire mountain on the right-hand side did not exist. Matter of fact, that entire piece of land over there was flat, barren, had a bunch of rocks, kind of like how this mountain looks, but just little boulders. Lots of terraforming later. There's now a mountain, a lush forest, and everything else.
That's a lot of work. Not just the statues, but building a mountain from scratch. Oh, yeah.
The only thing I'm disappointed with is because of Minecraft height limitations, I couldn't put the waterfall like I wanted.
Oh.
Because traditionally, this is all, a little bit further up is where the waterfall that you saw the boat with. I just had a brain fart. But you saw the boat where they sent it off when the guy died in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do the waterfall. Love to, can.
Oh, that's too bad. But those, like I said, in the movies, those are one of my favorite scenes. Is the huge statues, and I have to say, these meet the bill.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Of course, D. Hassanen likes the slime island in the background.
Of course.
I'm just gonna go down by the river and go between them to see the view from there.
Have fun.
So let's get a little further
Get
away.
yourself a boat. Just float down the river.
I can't pick anything up, unfortunately. I don't think, anyway. I don't want to destroy one of your trees. We'll pretend
Well,
we're
you
the
should be
boat.
able to get it out of because you're in creative. You should be able to
Oh,
just pull one out.
right. I forgot that. Hang on a sec. Boat. Boat, please. Alright, let's put down a boat. I am not permitted to use boat. We'll pretend we...
Well, I'm gonna have to have a talk with Des on that one then.
All right.
So just pretend you're in a boat.
Yep. Oh, wow. That would be so intimidating coming through these if I was in a boat and seeing them for the first time. Cool. Oops. Let's try not to drown. Wow, fantastic.
Ready to go to the next one?
Yep. I'm
All right,
ready.
well, after all the big builds, we're going to go to a smaller build, but still, for those that love the books, it's kind of an important piece from The Hobbit.
Okay, cool.
If you just go up here to the north, we are at Bjorn's Hall.
Oh, okay. And there's a moose. I think that's a moose.
And Mick was the one that built this. He actually built this on the survival server that they have, and then with World Edit was able to port it from over there to here, so he didn't have to rebuild it from scratch.
This is lovely. This wow.
Yeah, he's even decorated inside. This is one of the more finished builds.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this feels very much like a hall. Ooh, honey. Mead jugs. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love the spice rack. Wow. So
Oh
cool.
yeah, he did use a lot of deco craft.
Try not to fall into the fire.
I'll be honest, other than coming here to get it waypointed so I could get easier for you and I to get over here, this is actually the first time I've been inside to see what he's done. I've just heard him talk about it.
Ah. Wow.
He's even breeding chocobos over here.
Is he?
I think he's got him here because, Bjorn was a shapeshifter, but he also had animals that would actually be like house servants for him. So I think that's why he put the chocobos in here, was to kind of represent that.
The red chocobos. Purple chocobos, pardon me. You don't look purple to me, you look red. Woody woo to you too. Those chocobos are bouncing all over the beds.
Well, when the master's away, the birds will play.
This is true. Wow. Imagine the parties you could throw here.
Looks like he's actually getting ready to throw a party over here.
It does. All the ales are out and some delicious fish and such on the plates. Oh, this house is inspiring chat to do better builds. Well, except for Spyro. Spyro takes pride in his crap builds, he says.
And that's why Spyro has a permanent spot in the chair.
Exactly, yes.
All Alright, so you ready for... This will actually be the last of the builds we currently have going. So you ready?
I'm ready.
So if you turn around, this is Minas Tirith.
Oh, cool. That's the one you've been working on.
And a lot in the last few days, because I wanted to get it at least presentable before we did the tour.
We had your nose to the grindstone, did we?
Yes, you did. Go ahead and walk towards the front gates. These ones actually work.
Cool. I love that spire I see in the background. Like the main one too, but the one that's behind it. Oh, wow. Banners
Yeah,
as
I
well?
managed at the very top of that spire is build height.
Cool.
If you want to walk your way up, the ramp starts on the left-hand side.
Alright, let's go around left. Oh dear. What have we here?
Many deaths have been had while I was building this. Not mine, but the orcs and other characters.
I hear many jaws dropping in chat and hitting the floor with a resounding thud.
Glad everybody likes it. Now, I had a couple of different renditions of this. One, like I mentioned before, Da Vinci, but of course too tall. And I found one that somebody had built way back in beta 1.7. And you used snow, so it transferred in, but it was too squat because they were also dealing with, back then, the build height was 128, not 255. So I just decided, Mix built Isengard, Des built Helm's Deep. Time for me to build something enormous. So I decided, why not Minas Tirith?
Well, it's amazing.
Lots of terraforming there behind because it still had to chop it out to make everything fit.
Okay.
Once I'm done, there'll be shops and buildings and everything like you're familiar to see with Minas Tirith. Just right now, it's just the basics started with the outline and the ramps and everything. I'm basically working from the top down.
Alrighty. Another fun Val fact. I actually spent a lot of time role-playing in a mud called Shadows of Elsidur, and that's set in Minas Tirith, a large part of it.
Nice. Well, now you're going to be in the middle of it firsthand.
Exactly, I feel at home. It's great. Oh, I love this. I love the way that this ramp looks here. Oh, yes, that works for me.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, and the ones on the right-hand side are probably going to be replaced to be made like the ones on the left-hand side. It's just, as you can tell, logistics and spacing makes it a challenge.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Circles in Minecraft are so easy.
And Diasnet says this makes him want to go back to baking muds. Oh, yeah. I really like these ramps. Wow. I'm just blown away here.
And then we have the top of Minas Tirith.
Complete
As you can see, I'm still kind of working on it, but got quite a bit done up here.
Oh, yeah. This is... wow. Ah. What can I say? This is fabulous. Ah, there's that spire I saw. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would say if we went with just the top floor, I am currently at maybe 30% complete because in the actual real Minas Tirith, there is a bridge that comes out from the 6th level over to this mountain, which leads to basically I want to say graveyard, but mausoleum, I think is more the barrow, I think is the proper term, barrow, where of course all of
All right.
the kings and everything are buried.
Right. So you're going to be building into the mountain too, then.
Yep.
As if this isn't big enough. Wow. I like the red roofs. The way they contrast, they're just, yeah.
What's not big enough?
Oh, I said as if this weren't big enough already. You're going to be building into the mountain too.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I must stand right
And
here.
I decided in here I use some of the Benny's mods, the stained glass, so that I could put some design in the windows for this tower.
Yeah, I was noticing that actually. Can we go inside the tower?
Yeah, it's unfinished inside, but you're welcome to go in. It's a straight hollow all the way to the top.
Oh yeah. Wow. This building here with the red roof, it really, I don't know, gives me a Grecian feel.
Well, in most of the pictures I found for the buildings that they have for Minas Tirith, they actually maybe it's because of the white stone. They're usually depicted more of a Greco-Roman style.
All right. Well, that would explain it.
Yeah, this will be the hall. Not as big as I would like, but this will be the hall where the throne of the king will be for here. His quarters will be off to the right. Excuse me, left.
Okay.
Going to be a second floor up there, and there's going to be several floors in the main hall. So,
All right. Wow. It's beautiful so far, and I'm sure it's just going to get better.
yeah, my biggest for me personally on this build, it's the centerpiece that's iconic for Minas Tirith. I really like the way that ended up turning out.
Yeah. It looks really, it looks perfect. It really does.
So that's what we've got so far. 6 locations, 7 locations that we're working on. And like I said, the ultimate plan for all this is each of the regions that you've seen, and we've got a huge list of places we want to build. I can't say that we will get to them all, but the ones that you've seen are the ones that we do plan to have out. Each one will be its own self contained, no better way to put it, but DLC. You'll download the package, add it to your existing TolkienCraft II instance, and be able to jump in and go to these locations and do quests and stuff.
I think that's amazing. Has anybody done that with a mod pack before for Minecraft?
No, I'm the first. Although I do have word that there are a couple of people that are trying to put together another RPG style mod pack. But we'll see how that turns out for them. But mine's still the first and really the only one on the launcher. And the DLC is going to just take it that next step of here's something that's done with a mod pack that nobody else has done yet.
That's awesome.
Plus, it just helps the fun for you guys. I mean, like I've always said, I did this mod pack for fun. I didn't do it for popularity. It just kind of happened. I'm still having a blast building it, as you can see. So,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, this was stuff that way back when I first started this mod pack in the beginning days, this was kind of where I wanted to go. Just taking a while to get there. But yeah, so everybody has a lot of fun playing this pack.
Well, given the fact that people are already having a blast, I have to say this is just going to continue the fun times. Thank you very much, GreatOrator. This has been an amazing tour.
Oh, my pleasure, Val, and I'm glad you could come along for the ride.
I'm
And I'll
just
have to go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I do have one question in chat. Um, well, of course, everybody's saying fantastic job, of course. And Putzuru is just wondering how that will work with server packages. The DLCs, I imagine, is what is meant there.
Well, it'll be pretty much the same thing as the map with the client. Whoever's running the server, just download the package and just extract it into the folder on the server.
All right. And that sounds simple enough.
Anybody else have any other questions? Now's a good time to ask.
All right, guys, do you have any questions? I'll just look around a little bit while waiting to see if anybody has any questions.
Go for it. You can take a look at all the little details that we walked right past.
Oh, yes, and I'm sure there's lots. Let's start by looking up here because we didn't really get a look at these. Those banners look perfect. Just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than having a mod devoted to Lord of the Rings and then putting in all the little details and extras to help enforce that, especially when you want to make builds like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you notice, just off to the east, you'll see one of the beacons for Gondor. Now, if you guys remember in the movie how I want to say Pippin lit the beacon to get everybody to go, to get Rohan to come help Gondor. Those are natural spawn, and they actually do travel out through the mountains. So when you're playing this DLC, when it becomes available, you'll have the beacons that you can light to alert Rohan.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, Beacon of Gondor. Gondor Terror Guides. How's it going, guys? And ladies? There's a lot of tower guards here. There is a lot of tower guards hanging out in this area.
That's good, because the orcs seem to want to spawn everywhere too.
Hence the bones.
Very much so.
Let's see. Sprawn says, "Can you come build me a base on the server?"
I've done a
And
lot of those too.
And BVB says no questions. Just want to say awesome job to Geo and the team, and I heartily agree. Everything that I've seen today has just blown me away.
Well, thank you. And I just want to make sure, let everybody know that this has been the reason I've been able to get to this point is the group effort. The guys over at lolnet, they have been phenomenal. I know you've been seeing it pop up in the screen every now and then, but they've really got a phenomenal build team themselves, and they've offered to help me, and they've offered the dev space, and just they've been great. I would not have gotten as far as I did in the last few months without their help.
And seeing what you've been able to get done and what they've been helping with, it's awesome that they've done that. So
So,
definitely, definitely check
anybody
out
have anything
Lolnet.
else?
Definitely check out Lolnet because, like Gio was saying, this well wouldn't be where it is right now, yeah, without them. So, like in terms of upcoming content. So definitely. I don't see any new questions, so I think that might be it.
All right. Well, again, I do want to thank you for stopping by the dev server, Val. It's been great having you here to show everything off. And being able to do a guided tour for a change is very refreshing instead of having to try and do a 30-second delay to tell you in chat.
Definitely. Yeah, much better.